Hey folks, Keith with 93 Lumber coming back at you with a little thing. Disclaimer, I was going to do this last night, but I did not get to it because I was not feeling well and there were other things that needed to be sorted out. So this particular part of the show may be not quite what it was yesterday. But yeah, so this is Dogfish Head. It is their old school Barleywine, brewed with dates and figs, if I remember correctly, without looking at it. That's what this is. This is the 2017 vintage, which, as you may know, Sean and Mike from Nerd Sense and Kyle from No Hype, and myself, we did the Extreme Beer Fest thing, and this was one of the beers that came with it. And as you also may know, when I went up to New Hampshire for some training, man, I wasn't bourbon at all before I started this. Ugh. So excuse me. I went up to New Hampshire for training a few weeks ago. Oh, another reason why I didn't do this last night was because I bit my tongue, and my tongue still hurts. But long story kind of short, Kyle from No Hype picked up some beers from Suarez that I picked up to give to Sean from Nerd Sense, so that for him and Mike, and then I brought back a beer from Matt and all that stuff. And so since we were doing the Extreme Beer Fest, Mike and I got the 2017 vintage of Old School. I believe Sean got 2012 and Kyle got 2013, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So since Mike and I didn't get as old vintage, Kyle had some older bottles, which are 2014. So he gave one for me to give to Sean, to give to Mike, or, well, at the time I was planning on meeting up with Mike, but that's whatever. And then he gave me bottles for Mike and I. And yeah, so that's what this is. And then I opened, so we did a video for it like a week ago, or yeah, last weekend, I think. Today's Saturday, so I think it was last weekend. And the 2017 vintage was not that good. It wasn't good at all, really. And so I drank a little bit of it, and then I put a cork in the bottle, and it was in the fridge until yesterday, and I opened it, and I was like, this is way better than it was. So Kyle was like, oh, you should do a side-by-side, and then I meant to do it last night, and I didn't get to it, so I'm doing it now. And this is a way longer intro than I wanted it to be, but, you know, whatever. So this is, Old School. Dogfish Head, Barleywine style, brewed with figs and dates. 15% alcohol by volume. I did cut the wax, and that worked perfectly. So I'm going to pour this. So this is the 2014 that Kyle gave me. And so this is the 2017 that was in the bottle until yesterday, and then it's been sitting in this glass and in the fridge since yesterday. So this is not carbonated at all at this point. I don't think there was much carbonation anyway, but Yeah. So, I mean, as for, there's not much head on either one. The it may be the glass, but the 2017 is a tad bit darker. But it also might be the glass because, you know, whatever glasses. But dark brown. Not amber, but kind of like, this one's more caramel kind of words, things, like a reddish brown. This one is a darker brown, more I am lacking words this evening. Just darker brown. We'll just leave it at that. Because, you know, whatever. So 15% barley wine. Ugh. I think what I ate for dinner is giving me gas a little bit. Because I keep burping up cheesesteak. Vegan cheesesteak. So yeah, let's get a nose. Dark fruits. A little bit of there's a sweetness in there, and it's reminding me of like caramel toffee kind of thing. Little bit of alcohol, little bit. When we first did that video, for when I first opened this one, like, this basically just smelled like alcohol, or it didn't smell just like alcohol, but the taste was mostly just alcohol. It smelled better than it tasted, if I'm remembering correctly. This one's a little more bright. So there's a little more. So this one's dark fruits. It's more on the yeah, it's kind of the same thing. This one's a little bit brighter though. So like this one's giving me the dark fruits, but this one's giving me it's basically giving me the same thing, except it's like not as heavy, not as it's giving me some brighter notes. I'm not getting as much alcohol, even though I'm not getting much alcohol over here, but I'm getting less alcohol over here. So I don't know which one. I kind of want to taste this one first, because I haven't had this one. I've tasted this one. So I'm going to taste this one first. Thank you, Kyle, from No Hype. Go check out No Hype. Cheers. Yeah. 15% barley wine. That is what that tastes like. Not as. So I'm going to first, until I taste this, I'm going to compare this to what I was tasting when I first opened this one, when we recorded the video. That is available on NerdSense and No Hype. And feel like it's somewhere else too. But anyway, caramel, dark fruits, dates, figs. It's giving me a little bit. And I got this from this one too, a little bit, but kind of in a different way. This is giving me a little bit of like when you eat a fresh fig, not a dried fig, but like a fresh fig. It's giving me a little bit of that residue in my mouth. Yeah, not much alcohol at first. A little bit in the back of the throat, and then it's definitely warming in here. But yeah, as far as this compared to this when I first had it, this is way better. So let's get into this non-carbonated mess that I left in the fridge overnight. Oh God. Cheers. Yeah, it's a little different. It's definitely way better than it was when I first opened the bottle. And it's a little different than what it tasted like last night. Obviously, it's been this glass just open in the fridge. I should have put like plastic wrap or something over it, but I was not really concerned about it. It kind of there's it's got this because the thing about it as of last night was it tasted more oxidized. There was more wet cardboard kind of thing, and it seemed to bring out more of the flavor. I know when I first opened this, I thought that it was oxidized to the point that it was muting all of the flavors because it basically just there was like a little bit of dark fruit, caramel, toffee thing, and then it just basically tasted like grain alcohol. But oh, excuse me. Oh God. But this tastes like it did last night, except there's more of like a bitter vegetative thing. It's probably just more oxidation. Yeah, but it doesn't just taste like grain alcohol, so it's better than it was. This is still way better than it was when I first opened the bottle last night and now. So I don't really care about this right now, and I don't really want to drink it because it's 15% and it's not that good. Like, maybe it was worth drinking last night. Like, because it's hard to say, because it's like, it was way better than it was when I first opened the bottle. But compared to this, it's not, it's nowhere near what this is. This is way, 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 way better. This is actually giving me I don't know if it's because I drank this one and I'm going back to this, but this is giving me a little bit of like cherry cola vibes. Obviously, carbonation is different, but man, I think I'm going to discard this, and then I'm going to drink this, and then I'm going to put a cork in that, and possibly drink this over the week or weekend. I don't know. But yeah, thank you, Kyle, for this beer. I am so glad, because Mike ended up opening his when we recorded the video for when we did this beer. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because I am very happy to be going into this now. And I was going to say it's kind of nice to do a side-by-side, but technically that would have been a side-by-side, but it wouldn't have been the same, because this wasn't in the fridge at all during that time, and it was definitely above cellar temp, so I didn't want to open it. Plus, at the time, I didn't really know where it was, so I'm glad I found it, because I thought I lost it for a second. Yeah, it's giving me like cherry Coke / Dr. Pepper vibes. My tongue hurts from biting it yesterday while I was eating. But yeah, I'm going to end this before I make a fool of myself by chugging 15% barley wine. Yeah, I don't even want to drink that anymore. This is so much better. This is so much better. Even though this is way better than it was when I first opened it, this is so much better. So yeah. Yeah. That was good. It's nice to do a little side-by-side thing. And not under any pressure of like being like other people and stuff or whatever. But yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. If you're sharing a space with other people, I hope you are all taking care of each other, as needed, obviously. You can like this video if you would like to. You can subscribe to the channel if you have not already. You can follow me on Instagram at 93lumber. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.